Well, week 3 is in the books, and I will be getting to that in a minute to recap the Pittsburgh Steelers game, as I promised I'd do every week following the game. This one is a little bit late, so I thought I'd start out first of all there. No excuse for that. Just having trouble with my my programs that I use to make videos and edit videos. So this one is going to be a day late. Again, no excuse. Gonna work out the problems with that program, and hopefully my videos will be more sharp and on time. Also, I wanted to say that I've gotten a lot of requests lately, and I thought it was worth noting before I started the recap video, because there has been a lot of requests. I got a couple of messages on my YouTube profile, a couple of comments on videos, asking for videos. I will have to go through and look for these things. Again, my stupid Windows Movie Maker program freezes on this computer. I don't know why. I think it's Windows 7. But anyway, it freezes, and it's very frustrating to actually work with that stupid program. I'm trying my hardest to get some of these videos out. I do have some of these videos. I'll have to check for some other ones. All great suggestions, though. I know every single joke. I've heard every single joke on the radio or somewhere. Those are all very, very funny, and I will definitely work to upload those. I know even a couple of people who are subscribed here found my Facebook page, and I do have my Facebook page on the websites part on this YouTube profile. Just scroll down to where it says websites or whatever that is, and I put my profile to my Facebook on there for all of you to get in contact. That's another good way, I guess, to find me. I was very happy that I got those requests. It was actually a couple out of Florida who used to live in Latrobe, Pennsylvania, and both of you know who you are. I'm not going to say your name outright, just in case of privacy issues or whatever. But definitely got your requests and got everyone's requests who requested something. I am very happy a lot of you like this channel, and I am going to do the best I can to make sure these videos get out on a timely basis. And I think that's all I need to say about that. But thanks for the requests, and I will get to them. It's just this program is just driving me to hell, and it's just very frustrating. But luckily, with any luck, I should say, I'll get these videos out there, and hopefully I'll have all those clips for you, and they'll be uploaded, like I said, on a timely basis, and you can enjoy them along with all the other clips I uploaded from the old days and even from now. Anyway, going on to week 3. The Steelers were at Indianapolis, played the Colts, who are 0-2 for the first time in a long time that I can remember. Colts are just not really that good of a team anymore because Peyton Manning is hurt. And there are even reports that his injury could be worse than people said it was. However, that kept him out of this game, and therefore you had Kerry Collins for about 3 quarters, and then Curtis Painter for the 4th quarter. And like I said, 0-2 team. The Colts were. Steelers were 1-1. Steelers were favored by 12 points in Las Vegas to beat the Colts. Only ended up beating them by 3 points, 23-20. And in my opinion, I think the Steelers got very, very fortunate that they won this football game. I think they really got lucky. I think they pulled one out, because in my opinion, I think the Steelers should have lost this game. I was predicting they would, got wrong about that, but they still should have lost this game because they didn't play good at all. And I'll tell you what, this game that they played at Indianapolis should have Steeler fans even more concerned than the game last week, when I said that the Steeler fans should even be more concerned last week than they were week 1. this, I mean, this is really, I mean, this is what we watched on Sunday night is not Steeler football. Now, for those of you who are subscribed and don't live in the Pittsburgh area, Pittsburgh, when it comes to sports, is about hard-nosed, tough, strong, dominating. It's about all those characteristics when it comes to football, when it comes to hockey. Baseball don't count anymore because the Pirates just stink. But really, we're all about hard-nosed football. We are about tough football. I mean, if you don't know what Pittsburgh is, it's a blue-collar town. It's a blue-collar city. Old steel, the hard steel workers. I mean, we're all about tough football. I mean, that is what we expect. That's been the tradition since the 70s. It's been about steel curtain football, hard-nosed, hard-hitting football, intimidating football. We intimidate other people. We beat them up. We run at their throats. We power them. We pound them. And we just do whatever it takes to win football games. And now the Steelers just aren't that team. And I think it's definitely frustrating to me, but it's definitely frustrating to the city of Pittsburgh, and it should leave the Pittsburghers very concerned. And I'm very concerned too, because when I watch the Steelers, I want to see intimidation. I want to see other teams and other cities fear the Steelers. That's what the Steelers are all about. In the 70s, everybody feared them. Everybody feared them. In the 90s, people feared them. Even last decade, for the most part, people feared the Steelers. People feared the Steeler tradition. Everyone knew what it was. It was power football. It was hard defense, and we're just not seeing that. We are just not seeing it. We are seeing a very this is a team I don't even recognize. This is a Steeler team I don't even recognize anymore. Okay, first off, on the defensive side I thought was downright soft, and here's why. Because the Colts are a team, okay, that have an injured quarterback. Okay, that means their QB play has not been good, and you even saw that last week against Cleveland in Week 1 at Houston. Okay, the Colts are just not a good team, and the fact that the Browns dominate the Colts more than we do should make everyone here worried. Okay, there's just no doubt about it. Okay, on the defensive line, we were pushed off the ball. Okay, the Colts pushed us off the ball. I mean, Aaron Smith was getting pushed around out there, and so was the front seven. Joseph Adai was running the ball with ease. He had 85 yards or something on the ground. 97 total yards for the Colts on the ground. I mean, that's just not acceptable. I mean, giving up 100-yard rushing games is just not acceptable, or even anywhere close to that. Last year, no one ran the ball on us. Okay, that was the strength. We had problems in the secondary, and we've always had problems in the secondary, but no one ran the ball on the Steelers. No one. But this year, you had Ray Rice run over 100 yards. And now, you had even the Seattle running back had some success running the ball at times. And this past week, you had Joseph Adai running the ball with success. I mean, this is not acceptable for a Steeler defensive team. Like I said, this defense is supposed to stop the run, not get blown off the ball. And it should be very concerning because Arian Foster for the Houston Texans is coming up next, and he is a very good running back. And the fact of the matter is, if they have balance, then the Steelers have no chance on defense. They're going to get totally blown off the ball, and it could be 30, 40 points being scored on us, which is very, very uncharacteristic of this Pittsburgh Steeler team. But that's what happens, okay? I mean, you had 20 points given up by this defense this past week. You had 35 points given up week 1. I mean, that's just not going to get it done, okay? And I don't even really count Seattle because Seattle ain't a good team, okay? So I don't even count that victory really that much. I really don't even look at it that much. I thought it should have been and could have been more, but it wasn't. So I think, therefore, the Steelers really disappointed last week when it came to that. But anyway, defense was blown off the ball. I think the secondary played very poor against a bad QB, in my opinion, although it was better than last week. I think the secondary got a little better, but still, very poor performance, I think, on the defensive side of the ball. You don't give up 95, 100-yard rushing games to teams. And people knew, and the Steelers should have known that the Colts were going to come and run the ball because they had no QB, but yet they still got blown off the ball, and I think that should be very telling. And what did I say last week? I said last week that this is the true blue Steeler team. I said the Week 1 performance was the true blue Steeler team. I think this is not a good team, and I think that Kevin Colbert and Art Rooney II were just totally stupid in some of the moves they made in the offseason, and I think that is really going to come back and bite them, especially on the defensive side of the ball, which needs work. Also, on the offensive side of the ball, the offensive line continues to suck. We have this discussion every single year, and that's part of the problem. We can't run the ball, and that was part of the Steeler tradition. Franco Harris, Rocky Bleier, Jerome Bettis, the bus just ran the ball. We just took it to them, and we pounded the ball, and there was nothing the teams could do about it because we would wear them down, and win the football game that way. Okay, and that is why the Steelers were so intimidating back in the days, and even just recently, because we did all those things well, and now we're not doing those things well. And part of the problem is the offensive line, and also Ben Roethlisberger, as someone put it, I think John Steigerwald, he put it like this: he was really Tommy Maddox-esque last on Sunday night. He played a Tommy Maddox type of game. He'd have some good moments like Tommy Maddox did, but then he'd have some bad moments. He threw over 35 times, I think, 360 yards. But, he turned the ball 3 times. He turned over the ball 3 times. And that's just not going to get it done. If you're going to do that against the Texans this coming weekend, you're going to get blown out. And if you'd have to base this Sunday coming up on last Sunday's performance, you'd have to think the Texans are going to win by at least 20 points. That very, very possible, maybe 30 points, because the Steelers can't stop anyone, and they surely can't get anything on anyone else, and that is a big problem, and that is what I recognized in Sunday night's game against the Indianapolis Colts. If you can't run the ball, and some of that's on Mendenhall too, because he was really poor at picking out the blocks and everything, because there were some points when he did have a chance to get some yardage, but then he missed the blocks. But for the most part, the offensive line was the reason for that. And then on the other side of the ball, you have the defense getting blown off the ball, and you have Joseph Adai running circles around your defense. I think you got to be very concerned, because you have Matt Schaub who can pass the ball. They got weapons on offense. You have Arian Foster who can run the ball. And if the Steelers are turning the ball over and we have a defensive performance just like that, then you're just in big trouble. Then you're just pretty much done. Okay, and based on what I've seen this past weekend, I think the Texans are going to win this football game. And unless the Steelers really, really, really work out their problems within like 5 more days, which I do not see happening. Otherwise, I think it's going to be a very long weekend for the Pittsburgh Steelers. I think they will lose pretty handily. I would say probably 34-14, maybe 34-17 at best case scenario. I think it's going to be a blowout. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'll have the videos out very, very soon that you all requested. But anyway, thanks for watching.